I want to show you how to set up your data and then create your charts for assessment. In 2015, here's the raw data for the Accounting 320 course for CLO 1, 2, and as I scroll down, you'll see CLO 3 and 4. You'll see that we're collecting data for the 16-week, the online, and then the 8-week courses. And then I take that data and then I organize it where I can just highlight it and then I'm able to create these charts over here. So I used two sheets then for all of this. And what I did for 2016-17, I would have just right-clicked on the 2015-16. I would have said create a copy, and then a copy would have created. And then I would have changed all that to the 2016-17 data. I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need it, so let me delete that. Hang on a minute. And of course, you know how to, I can change the name, rename this, and I would have changed the name, I would have back here to 16 and 17. Of course, it's not going to let me do that because I already have a sheet named that. Try a different one. So that's how you would change the, copy it over and change the name. All right. And then I want to just, here, let me give it just the name X, and now let me delete it. Okay, so now we're back to the original data. Okay, so this would have been copied over here, and what I would have done then is just essentially deleted, I would have gone in and deleted all of this. So what I have highlighted, I would have deleted that, and then I would have gone to the instructor sheets that they submitted to me and copied and pasted in here. So, it looks like I typed it in, right, this 8 and 2, but I actually didn't. If I go to, here's my file for Accounting 320, let's look at Jolene's. All I would have done is I would have highlighted her 5 numbers, right-click to copy, and I would have gone back. Up, I got too many things open. I would have come back over here and gone to Jolene. Actually, let me put it over here. And then I would right click. When I go to copy though, I don't want to reference it. I actually will click the values. So then it just copies over values and it's not dependent then on Jolene's spreadsheet. And you can see when you go in here, it looks like, right, that I might have actually typed that in. So do copy values and it'll save you a headache because if you keep building these spreadsheets on one another, if something happens to one of the spreadsheets, if you delete it unintentionally, then that will mess. So if Jolene's spreadsheet was deleted and I had copied normally, where it would be a formula based on Jolene's spreadsheet, then these numbers would be messed up if her data or her spreadsheet was deleted. So anyhow, just copy, use the values. Okay, so then all of this gets created, totals and then total averages get done. Okay, then I would do the same thing over here for charts. So I'm going to move or copy. I want to create a copy and I'm going to put it right after the 16-17 data. And then I will rename that to 16, 17, charts. Okay, then, and I'm just going to do, actually I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of all of this because I only want to show you, I mean, whoever does this one, you want to do everything, but I only want to focus on the one thing. Okay, we are going to do the charts different, so we're not going to do the chart from last year. I'm just going to bring it down here. All right, so then we want to, I'm going to copy that. We want to do an updated, so this is going to be 16-17. And you can see, oh, look, and so I'm going to get rid of that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Excuse me. Let's do this. Okay. And then I'll just bring the information over. So from the online, here's the data we want. I'm going to highlight it, right click, copy, and then I'll go over here, and then I'm going to paste that in. Let's see. What's wrong with that? Maybe I want to do value. I can do value, and then I'll change that to a percentage. There we go, 19. Okay, let's go ahead and do the 16-week. Right click, copy, paste the value, do the percentage, and then the 8-week, copy, paste the value, and then I'm going to do everybody, all students, copy, and then paste that in. Okay, so that's setting up my data to be able to create the chart. Now, this got a little difficult to read over time, especially if we look at the 2016-17. So we're going to do it a little different. Get rid of that. We are going to insert 2 columns. And the first column, I'm going to do exemplary, superior, and proficient. So we're going to just chart those students out that are doing what we want. And then over here, deficient and inadequate. Okay, so I am just going to sum exemplary through proficient, and then deficient will equal, right, the 8% plus the 15. Okay, and then I can copy that all the way down. And I want to get rid of, what is that? Ignore that. And let's see. Ignore that. And we want to get rid of our zeros. Okay, so now I have it set up. I'm ready. I want to graph all of this. So I'm going to highlight that, and then I'm going to go up to Insert and Charts, and I'm going to choose this clustered chart. Let's see, actually, I think I want this one. Yep, so they're next to each other. And then I'm going to put it where I want it to be, probably starting in column J. Okay, so what we have, exemplary, superior, and proficient is in blue, the blue bars, and deficient and inadequate are the little ones. And in 2015-16, we didn't have any of the online data, or excuse me, or the face-to-face data. Okay, well, we can go in, we can change the chart title. So I'm going to go in. I want that to be Accounting 320 Financial Statements. You'll be able to see the title from what we did last year. So I can go to 2015-16. I can see that title, Accounting 320 Financial Statements. So I want to use the same title. Let's see, when you are formatting that, let's set it up 14 and bold. Okay. Okay, the other thing, this went to 120%. We don't want it to do that. So click on this vertical axis, click on that, and then with your left click on it, then right click, and we want to format the axis. So then I'm going to go over here. Let me see, I need to widen. You can't see this. I'm going to move you over to here so you can see, and then I'll move my screen back. So a couple of things. The maximum, we're only going to set that to 0. I'm going to leave the major. I see that when I clicked that move to 0.1, I want to change that back to 0.2. So maximum is 1 or 100%, but the major, if I leave it at 0.1, it'll give me more detail than I want. So I'm going to put it back to 2. And then it formats back to here. Okay, then the other things, let's kind of go back so you can see where I'm at. I want the all students to be a little different color. So I'm going to click on the bars and then I click on this all student one. I want to format that. And I want to shape fill, and I want black. Okay, I'll do the next one. So again, I'm just going to click on the bar, go to shape fill, and I'm choosing black. And then also the last one, shape fill, and then choose black. Okay, then what that does is then the all students sort of stand out. That's what we're going to do our trend line with. So once I have all of this, I'm going to start with this. Actually, I don't need to do that. Let me go back here. I want to insert and go to shapes. I want to choose a line, not an arrow, just a line. And I'm going to go from here to here. I'm going to choose green and then go to shape outline, choose weight, and let's all do 1.5. Okay, so I can see there was an upward trend overall. Let's see. I'm not sure why the 2014-15 didn't show up here. Anyhow, from that to the 15-16, we have an upward trend. Let's do another insert. Shapes, choose line. Start at the top, and we have a slight decline. It was not significant. I'm going to choose green, shape outline, choose weight, 1.5. Okay, and then you're done. Whoop, that looks a little awkward. Let's bring it back down. Okay, and then we have the line. So we have a slightly increase and then a slight decrease. Overall, it's staying almost flat. It'll be interesting to see in 17-18 how that plays out.